How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane, and I'm here to give you a different kind of review. You see, I am really not a fan of binge watching anime. I'm actually not a fan of binge watching a lot of things. It's not just anime. I'm past my binge watching prime, especially when you become an adult and you have things that you have to accomplish. And on top of that, man, it would very. I kind of wish I had done this video thing years ago because I would have gotten the watching thing down pat. But I'm actually going to give you a review of the first 5 episodes of Shaman King 2021 edition. Now, you're probably wondering why I said that. I will explain that in one moment, but one thing I need you to do is to please give me a like. Don't forget to give me a subscribe because the subscription, we're trying to go all the way up to 200 subscribers, and hitting that like button helps people see the video. As a matter of fact, if you have any questions or comments about Shaman King, please leave me a comment down in the comment section down below. And if you are not new to this channel, please hit that notification bell so you can know whenever I do videos like this. Usually on Saturdays I have a Yashahime review, but Yashahime does not come on this weekend. And got another week before, no, another 2 weeks before Mushiko Tensei returns on Sundays. I'm excited about that. But yes, Shaman King has been, for lack of better words, no lack of better words, it's been rebooted. Now, you probably, if you don't know what Shaman King is, don't worry, I'm going to tell you what it is in 1 second. But I'm going to explain why I'm doing 5 episodes. Well, you see, Netflix has the exclusive streaming rights for this show. And of course, they have to wait for it to play in Japan first. In Japan, it started in April, but the streaming rights did not start until August. Now, I said reboot. And I gotta go back. I got notes all around here, folks. So the original run for the manga was actually 2003 to 2004. Uh, it's it is a lot. Sorry, 1998 to 2004. It's a lot, guys. And I just give me a second here. The anime subsequently was from 2001 to 2002. Has 64 episodes. This new one currently in Japan has between, I want to say, 44 to 52 already. Only I want to say approximately 30. Actually, I could check that right now, but I won't. Approximately 38 episodes are on Netflix right now. Now, the reason why I'm doing it like this, and please pardon my sniffles, I'm doing it like this because I know when the next clump of episodes comes out. I really hate how Netflix does their anime. They can't do it like a Hulu or the dedicated anime streaming services. They can't just give it to us when they come out. They gotta give it to us in clumps. Same thing with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Stone Ocean. I'm definitely doing Stone Ocean. Just won't be anytime soon. But I wish they did like Comey Can't Communicate, where they got week after week it's coming out, and it's coming out in 12 episodes, and then we're gonna get that second season later. This for this and the other popular shonen stuff, it's weird. Now, Shaman King. Shaman King was created by, I gotta go back up because I want to say his name correctly, by Hiroyuki Takei. I loved this anime, especially when it showed up on the 4Kids Fox Box. Man, I'm dating myself, but when 4Kids did all their was it 4Kids? Yeah, it's 4Kids. 4Kids did all those horrible dubs for animes. You got your One Pieces, you got your Yu-Gi-Oh. We had Shaman King. We had Ultimate Muscle. I love Ultimate Muscle. I wish they actually did something else with that one. And I love this show a lot. I paid attention to it a lot. I can't remember if the show had any filler, but it did not have a proper ending because the anime was canceled. Or should I say the manga was canceled? Now, you're probably saying to yourself, oh, I never heard of this. This anime was canceled. This manga was canceled because it sucked, right? No. Hiroyuki, much like it's coming more and more to light, he was suffering heavy fatigue. I think he at one point in time he was near a deathbed. He had pushed himself so hard to get these chapters out, and it was making him sick. He actually, and it's really sad to read his words about wanting to not disappoint the fans and actually finish it, which he did. 2008, he came out with Shaman King Bond, which it was the last, I want to say 10 to 12 chapters. Pardon me. I was a university student, and I did end up finishing it. It did. I'm not gonna lie. It felt rushed because it was rushed. And after finding out the circumstances upon which he finished it, I'm just grateful I got it. Right. You hear about the creator of Berserk, him passing away, and and you know why? It's because of overwork. These people overwork themselves, and the work culture in Japan is just, it's bad. It's really bad. The anime head of Mappa for Attack on Titan, he slept in office for 3 days. He did not go home. That is not healthy. I like it when shows like Demon Slayer and what's another one, and Mushiko Tensei. I like it when stuff like that. You have breaks, let your crew rest, come back later and take care of it. If you guys have 100 people that work there, 50 of them can work on the show, then the other 50 can take a break, and then you all can switch off and however you want to do it. These people deserve their rest, they deserve their breaks. And I'm just happy that he was able to finish it. Now, I could. Here's the thing, because I know how this ends, I'm very reluctant on spoiling it. There's something very special about Shaman King above all other mangas. And actually, it has something in common with Stone Ocean in a way. It has something in common with Stone Ocean in a way. If you have not finished it, you won't be able to make the connection, because you won't be able to make this connection. So I can freely say that, but there's a reason. And How is an amazing villain, amazing villain. Quick intro. The thing that's so special about this, because again, one of the studio heads of Mappa was actually petitioning in 2017 for this to get a reboot. There's so many shows that did not follow their mangas where people like the manga's amazing. By the way, I said it didn't fail in sales. It didn't. It sold 26 million copies. And we're talking between Japan. We're talking just Japan now. Let's think about worldwide and everything. Actually, that might have been worldwide. Actually, if I want to go back and check my stats, now it just says 26 million. But yeah, that's still a lot. Um, a whole lot. Those are Ninja Turtles. There we go. It's still a whole lot. Essentially, the show is about a young man. I think he's 13 or 14, named Yo Asakura. He's a shaman. He's a medium between the spirits. Actually, our first episode does such a great job of setting the stage. He is. See, they didn't really show it very well, but you see it. So I'm just gonna give you a tiny bit of spoilers, guys. Yo looks exactly like Hal. Why is that? Because they are technically, no, they are actually twins. Hal was born first. You actually see Hal being born in the first episode, and as a newborn baby, this reincarnated villain has so much power that he already has a spirit. He has the elemental spirit of flame, one of the strongest spirits that you're going to see in this show. And that's where things kick off from there. Eventually, a person named Manta or Manda, and some translations Manda, he's able to see spirits somehow. And Yo Asakura's whole thing is, hey, if a person can see spirits, they're not evil. He says that within these first 5 episodes. It's very important to it's so that is going to ring throughout the whole entire series. Whether you believe it or not, it's going to ring all the way through. I hope I remember by the time we get to the end of this to tie all that back. Um, he ends up helping out a swordsman spirit named Amidamaru. Amidamaru, he was able to reunite him with his best friend. He's from the feudal era from 600 years ago, which is funny because why is this show called Shaman King? Every 500 years, a comet comes down, and the great being, the great spirit, is going to have is a tournament for see who's going to be able to win to be able to get that great spirit. Some call it God, some call it many things, but the person who has it can shape the world to however they want it. That is the Shaman King. Every 500 years. So, and actually, there's a point in here where Yo has to qualify. We get to meet one of my favorite characters, Silva. Silva is he's the Piccolo of this show. And when you keep watching, you'll probably know why. I wish he got more respect because Silva's a really cool character, and he's the one that tests this guy. And Yo is being pushed also by his rival named Tao Ren. I For some reason I'm having a Mandela effect because I remember his name being Li Tao Ren. Yes, there is a Chinese ghost character named Li Pairan who is technically the spirit ally of Ren's sister. I wrote this down. What is her name? June. Maybe that was my mind mixing names together. I remember his name being Lee Tyran and Four Kids, but maybe it wasn't. All these characters, I like them because they're really cool. Tao Ren is doesn't see spirits as these things that you could be friends with. They're just tools for the shaman, and there's shamans everywhere. Yo is Japanese, Ren is Chinese, so he does Kempo, aka Kung Fu. Um, you're gonna meet Faust. I can spoil these names because I'm pretty sure they've already shown up within 30-ish episodes. You're gonna meet Faust. You're gonna meet Jocko. Jocko's from Africa. Here's a little bit of controversy with Jocko. For some reason, I don't know why Japanese people think that black people's, when we're being drawn as anime characters, need giant ass clown lips. You see it in Mr. Popo. You saw it in Yami and Bleach. You saw it in Jocko for a time until their lips were edited by the American Shonen Jump, and then eventually, Mr. Takei, he eventually stopped drawing him with those lips, and actually, you don't even see him with the lips on here. He kind of looks off if you've already seen the show. But yeah, the whole minstrel, sambo, very stereotypical racist caricature of black folks with the lips, they took that away, which I'm happy. He didn't need that, and I get sick and tired of seeing that. Actually, the Black Russian in Do Ra 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 has those same lips, I think. That's another show I would love to do a retrospective on. I digress. Within these first five episodes, we just don't meet Rand. We also meet uh, what is his name? His Rio. His Wooden Sword Rio. Well, his real name is Rio Suke, which is kind of funny that his real name is Rio Suke. And we also meet Anna, who is the fiance of Yo. And you remember saying 13, 14, how she's fiance. It was a arranged marriage. Those actually still happen today. This was in the 90s, early 2000s technically, but those actually still happen today. She is actually trained by Yo's mom, who is one of the greatest Omyoji. That is the name for the Japanese shamans. So she's putting Yo through the ringer. She's making him train because, hey, he wants to be the Shaman King. I'm gonna make sure I get to be the Shaman Queen. It's just the only thing I don't buy from her is because Manda, Yo's very lazy, very laid back. Her whole deal is, she believes that he can do it when Manda's like, he doesn't want to do this, but he does want to do it. We actually saw in a flashback when he got uppercutted and he got knocked out by Ren's stabbing of his shoulder. He wants to become Shaman King so he can just do nothing. Just listen to his favorite music. He does have on those headsets, so yeah, it dates itself very much so. And he just wants to relax, right? And that's actually the reason why Anna says she believes in him because hey, you get a person that says they want to do it for justice in the world. Well, that's just ego talking, and that's just someone. Eventually, that person has selfish reasons. I am going to call BS on that because there are so many people, and I feel like this is Takei Sensei kind of inserting probably some of his beliefs into his character. That there are people out there who genuinely want people to be happy, like genuinely. Um, I kind of consider myself one of those people. My whole deal is, as long as you're not hurting folks, I don't really care what you do with your life, who you love, who you want to be loved by, who you want to call yourself. Yo, more or less has that same thing where he just wants to chill. But there are people who want to still do good in the world. I would love to be able to do some more charity work. Yeah, you can do things in small ways, but I'm talking about like big and big stuff. But I digress on that. There's people out there who honestly believe in that, and it's not for ego. Yeah, there are billionaires who do that type of stuff just for either tax write off or the notoriety to do handshake deals and crap like that. So that's the one thing I didn't like in this episode. In that part, I do like that in the fifth episode that Silver shows it's not just human spirits. You know, he has five animal spirits. He has the tortoise, the eagle, the snake, the bison, and the wolf. They all have silver names, but he's amazing. He's pretty dang cool. Uh, One of the things that I just see, I don't know what I can and cannot say because I'm kind of remembering episodes very differently from the Four Kids one. I do remember eventually meeting Faust, and there's going to be a big battle coming up with Ren later, but we've already done the qualifications for this. Off to a really good start. I like it when we have our reboot shows, much like this, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which was rebooted because the ending for the original was in a movie, Conquerors of Shambhala. Still love the original, still love that movie, but the pacing is very much different. The way events happen are very different, and you actually get to meet characters in Brotherhood that you didn't meet in the original because of the whole manga debacle. I'm expecting that to happen here. Um, this is also one of those shows where female characters aren't useless, and you're probably scratching your head like, "What do you mean?" I'm talking about Naruto. I'm talking about stuff like Dragon Ball Z shows where the ladies are there, but they're not really contributing much. And uh, Tao Jun showed up. She. I cannot remember the name of this character from Dragon Ball Super, but the young lady who puts the talismans and controls people like Chinese ghosts. That's her whole deal. I already mentioned that earlier. Uh, really good start. I do find one of the weird things is Rio. I wish I could look up how. I should just. I'm gonna do it live. Let's do it live, guys. I want to look up Ryu. Sorry, Shaman King Ryu because he has a moment in here. Ryo Nosuke, that's his name. His name is Ryo Nosuke. He has a moment in here where he is like all over Anna. And according to this, he was born in 1980. Holy crap, that would have made him older than me. And in this show, he's 17, right? Which I love how anime rules. If you're 17 years old, you look like a grown man. Anna's technically 13, 14. Okay, there's nothing too wrong with it. He just looks like a grown A man. He's has the pompadour. He looks like, what is his name? Kiryu. He has the suit. He has the leisure suit like Kiryu from Yakuza series. And I actually knew about this guy before I knew about the Yakuza series, which I'm pretty sure the Yakuza series may have come out around the same time. I'm not 100% sure. Please do not quote me on that. But one of the crazy things about this is this guy is a delinquent. But he tells his friends, hey, don't steal because they'll make your parents cry. That is an actual quote in episode 4. He is a very romanticized version of a delinquent, just like One Piece has romanticized versions of pirates, just like we have romanticized versions of Vikings and ninjas. It's anime, it's fiction. What are you gonna do? I have to give these. I'm gonna give these first 5 episodes. I shouldn't really rate these, even though I'm just talking about them. But if I were to rate them, it's a very solid start. If you were a person who's just going to take your time and you just want to see what this is about, you will be entertained. It is a solid 4 out of 5. Nothing too crazy happens. You see some cool stuff right at the end of episode 6. You see Oversoul, which is Oversoul. I that's one of the reasons that drew me towards this show because they have different levels of their power ups. Which you have soul integration, which means you and the spirit are fighting as one, and you're able to use that spirit's amazing skills and stuff like that, like Amidamaru's Buddha Slash. But then you have Oversoul, where you can place the spirit into an object that ties to it, and you get even stronger that way. Oversoul is basically stands from JoJo. Once you get to Oversoul, all bets are off. We're gonna start doing some crazy stuff after this. Um, One little fun tidbit: they have the same person singing the theme songs for Shaman King like they did back in the 90s and early 2000s. Where's your name? I gotta give you credit here because you're amazing. Maybe it's on the 2001. Yes, it's Hashibara. Megumi Hashibara, and if you pay attention to episode 5, if you've watched this before, she does the song Oversoul in the episode Oversoul, which Oversoul was the 2001 uh, theme song for Shaman King, which is pretty interesting. Started in 2001, and now we're bringing it back in 2021. I know it's 2022, but it's pretty interesting. 20 years later, and we're going to get a proper ending to this. I am properly excited for it. We still have not met the whole team. The next episode, episode 6, we will meet Horo Horo. When I tell you guys, they do. It's a global thing. Horo Horo is from Inuit tribe. I want to say Inuit. I want to say he's North American. There's tons of North American Native American. There's tons of Native American stuff in here, especially since the tournament takes place in Tokyo, but there's so much Native American stuff in here. Um, I think Horo might be Inuit. I don't think he is American Inuit. I think he might be related to the Hokkaido tribe people. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna watch those next 5 just a moment. But yeah, this definitely gets a 4 out of 5 for me for starting off. Uh, Another thing that kind of annoys, see, because I know Anna gets better. I'm trying not to take off any points for this, but Anna gets way better. Anna gets better, even though she, initially is very princessy. She's smacking Manda, saying, go get me this, get me that. It's annoying. It is annoying. One of my favorite spirits, he's a proper jerk. He was a bandit in life. Tokagero. The one of the things that reviewers of Shaman King have always said, and it's very true. The villains have actual reasons for why they do things. The villains like Tokagero, he being a proper a hole. But when Yo says, "All right, I'm gonna give you my body. If you want to hurt somebody, hurt me, so that way you can have no unfinished business." Because Tokagero's main issue was his mother gave her life back in the feudal era. His mother gave her life so he could live. He actually had to eat some of his mother to survive. So his whole deal is, I got to keep living. And of course, Amidamaru, he was a bandit. Amidamaru took him out. But through Yo Asakura doing the superpower of friendship that we see in anime, he's able to turn this guy around. And that is actually more of Yo's special ability than you think. If I were to compare the ending of Shaman King to any movie, it's got to be episode 6 of Star Wars. And that's all I'm going to leave it at. And even if you would take a guess as to how it ends, you're probably guessing wrong. I'm looking so forward to the end of this journey because I'm happy for people to be able to share and why I love this series. So I've spoken for way too long. I only intended to speak for 15 minutes, but I wanted to explain myself. And the funny thing is, I wrote all these notes here, and I didn't say too much. I did speak about Silva. I did speak about they bring another concept in here, mana, which I love that mana is such a universal thing because it's from video games. It's from actual things that people practice in real life. So mana essentially is ki, chi, chakra. It's what you use for the oversoul. And of course, Yo's gonna slightly pass out when he first does this, but after when we get to Faust, and I'm looking forward to talking to you guys about Faust the Eighth. Yeah, Faust the Eighth. Oh, Faust is one of my favorite characters because he's so complex. Who haven't I talked about yet? I talked about Rio, talked about Tokugero, talked about Anna, gave you Manda, gave you Yo, Lazy, Amidamaru, who is a stout samurai. I think one of the greatest things was that he had to pick between the last sword his friend ever made for him, which he used his own kitchen knife because they helped take care of orphans on this little abandoned farmland. He used that amazing knife to make this blade, and he gave up the blade to protect Manda and to protect Ryusuke, to protect Ryu, so Tokagero couldn't hurt either one of them. He learns that true friendship and a meaning, one of the meanings of life is, hey, if you care about someone, you'll be willing to give up something that you really like just to make sure they're safe or they're happy. Love it. Love it. What's some good comedic moments? One of the good comedic moments is when Yo was fighting Silva. He was trying to do some of the omoyaji stuff that Anna did and almost sent Amidamaru to heaven. Don't do that anymore, Yo. Guys, if you've seen these first 5 episodes, please let me know what you think. And if you're actually pretty, you were, if you were on the fence and I've intrigued your interest on going, just leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. As always, don't forget to hit that like button to let me know. You know, actually, it doesn't also just let me know what you think. It really does project to others. Hey, this is a channel that I'm enjoying that you guys might enjoy too. Also, please don't forget to subscribe if you have not. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers. And if you're not new here, don't forget to hit the notification bell. And please feel free to share this video so others can see what a great time we're having. I'm actually, I love it when I'm looking forward to watching anime. It's great. It's really great. Try to make sure I don't forget anything. You know what? I will leave you with one more thing. Because I won't bring this up in the next 5. The episode with Hurasame, the blade, the sword, we do see that Anna and Yo live together, but they don't live alone. It's a haunted apartment complex. It's a haunted apartment building complex with all these ghosts. They only pay 1,000 yen. 1,000 yen, if you do it compared to US dollars, I think 1,000 yen is just $10. Give me 2 seconds. 1,000 yen to USD. I'm pretty sure. My bad. I'm sorry. It's not $10. It's $8.70. They only pay $8.70 for rent because they live in a haunted apartment building. I love how they integrate all of the spiritual stuff into everything that they're doing in this show. But I've been talking too long. Please be good, be blessed. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Keep warm. Be safe out there. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk. And I will most definitely see you guys next time.